I'm just going to tell a little bit of a short story here about some more shit that happened while I was in school. And this one's a little bit strange for the simple fact of someone nearly fucking got arrested who didn't commit the crime. And in the grand scheme of things, looking back on it, the crime, it wasn't that bad, but it was just fucking stupid. And at one point back in secondary school or high school, wherever you're from, we all had that kind of one group that we probably shouldn't have hung around with, but we knew them for so long we kind of just did. And some people in it just weren't fucking right in the head. And so I was hanging around with my normal group at the time, a group of 3 of us, or 4 of us at the time, some shit like that. And there was one guy who had recently kind of joined the group who, let's just say, he was a fucking psychopath. And this was one of the more tame things that he had done. As I was saying, the thing he did, it wasn't like too bad in the grand scheme of things. He wasn't going to go to jail for like fucking 40 years, but at the time we were like, what, 14, 15. We thought this was the most wild shit that had ever happened on the planet. We thought he was getting locked up and never seen the light of day again. And what he did was also a bit fucking scummy afterwards. He tried to frame it on someone else in the group. And so what we did, it was just a normal day in school. We're all just kind of chilling and shit. Whatever normal fucking 14-year-olds do. It's been so long I don't fucking remember. It got to the time you had your lunch break and shit, and we were just really fucking bored. And lunch break, normally about an hour, you could like walk around, fuck about, and do whatever the fuck you wanted. And we walked down to like the fucking odd part of the school where the PE hall's located. There's its own kind of section, and we're all just chilling. As I say, we're all just kind of sitting there, bored out of our fucking mind. And the guy just looks at us and says, "What if I just pull the fire alarm?" And we're all kind of just like looked at him and laughed like, "Oh yeah, haha." And then for like the next 10-15 minutes, he just talked about pulling it. And one of the other guys in the group, well, he was kind of with him, like saying, that'd be kind of funny. But he wasn't going to do it. He knew a little bit better, at least. At least that's kind of what we thought. The problem was, he was right next to him as he fucking pulled it. And for those that don't know, when you pull the fire alarm, yeah, the normal shit happens, fire alarm goes, everyone has to evacuate out the building. It also sprays you with an invisible fucking like UV spray that if you shine a UV light on it, it just reflects and shit, and that shows you who the culprit is, in case someone falsely pulls it. The thing is, it's not a little spray, it sprays all over the fucking place. And so the guy who pulled it, he straight up ran away from school, he just went home, he didn't want to get caught. And the guy who was standing next to him, they saw him on the cameras, and for some reason, I don't know how they didn't see the actual guy who pulled it, they saw him. He was covered in this like invisible UV shit. Fuck that, see you later. Okay, or not. Fucking hell. And I kind of just like walk by while the police are talking to him, like shining this light on him, and he's just covered in the UV shit. He's like, I swear to God, I did not pull that fucking alarm. Police officer's like, well, then why are you covered in the UV stuff? And he's like, oh, because I was standing next to him when he pulled it. Why didn't you stop him? Name my job. The officer kind of just stood there flabbergasted. There's like, fair enough, not his job. Probably not the wisest thing to do, but still. And what was really confusing is they kept insisting that since he had the UV stuff on him, they could just go check the cameras and see that he'd done it, so he might as well confess now. And my guy was just kind of standing there like, well, please fucking check the cameras then. You'll see that it wasn't me, I was just an observer. And so about 10 minutes goes by, the fucking teacher who went to go check the cameras comes back, and they're just like, he didn't do it. And the officer just looks at him like, what? He didn't do it. And the officer goes with him, goes to check the cameras, obviously sees that he didn't fucking pull it. He's like, alright lad, you're free to go, but next time, choose who you hang out with a little bit better in the future. And he kind of just looks at him like, okay. And so yeah, it was just a little short story, but it was a really weird day. I thought I'd just tell about it, because I thought it was kind of funny, might as well remember it, bring it back up. Been a couple of years since it fucking happened. Anyway, thanks for listening to my ramblings from my childhood again. Just a random short story, I thought I'd decided to fuck it, record a video of it again. And I kind of just like talking into the microphone sometimes, it just helps me feel a little bit fucking not so bored out my mind, but yeah, it's been Mr. Unemployed and I'll see you later.